You turn my morning into dancing. Your love changes everything. There's something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love, something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love, something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 Something about your love, something about your love changes everything.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. Hold on one second. Whoop. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am pre-recording this, so I cannot see your comments, but make sure you comment and joining in. Yeah, happy Tuesday. So today we're going to be in Luke 6, verses 37 to 42. So let me try to pull this up on the screen like so. Boom. All right. So, yeah, Jesus is giving this amazing sermon. And so let's dive on in. It says, "Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap." That always reminds me of that song. Give, and it will come back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Anyways, you probably don't even know that song. Anyways, but actually, let's jump back up to the front. It says, "Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven." I don't think that Jesus is saying just blatantly ignore sin. Like if your buddy is destroying their life with sin, and you don't say anything and you're just ignoring it, that's not love, right? But also just being judgmental, right, and pushing people away, also is not love. But there's this passage where Jesus was questioned, like, why are you hanging out with sinners, right? Like after Levi got saved, and we talked about this, anyways, one of these devotions. But after Levi gets saved, Matthew gets saved, he throws this party with all these sinners and tax collectors, and so Jesus is questioning, like, why are you hanging out with these sinners and these robbers, whatever? And Jesus's response is like, "I'm a physician, and they're sick, right? Like the physician should be around sick folk, right, so that he can heal them." Like, that's the perspective. That's why we're hanging out, and so our job, our duty, right, is to be not just be absent of the world, but actually, be a part of the world as physicians assistants, right? And with the goal of healing, with the goal of nurturing and doing life with this person, to draw them out of that lifestyle or whatever. And so I think that's is hit on this in the next section. He also told them this parable. We're in 39. "Can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into a pit? The student is not above the teacher, but everyone who is fully trained will be like their teacher." I actually want to hit on that too. Can the blind lead the blind? And so I feel like I've also heard a lot of people, when it comes to like evangelism and stuff like that, and I'm always talking about evangelism, but people always have that kind of that excuse of like, I can't go out and preach the gospel because I don't know everything, right? I'm gonna get hit with a question that I'm not even sure about, and so my response all the time to that is, because we don't have to answer questions that we don't know, right? We don't have to come up with something, make up something or anything. Like, actually, in evangelism, you have the ability. You have the permission to say, I don't know. That's interesting. I'm going to go look into that, right? Like, you have the ability to do that and the permission to do that, and you should do that instead of, because that's genuine. right? We don't want to lie to folk and try to like manipulate and say we got all the answers when we really don't. We're actually just pointing people to the one who has all the answers. Like we don't have the answer. I'm not evangelizing you to myself. I'm leading. I'm like a billboard. Like, dude, it's that way, right? And so, yes. Don't look at that as a disqualifying statement, but actually as a clarifying statement that I can't lead somebody to myself. I can't lead somebody with my own wisdom. I have to be also being discipled, but also being discipled by like the Holy Spirit, right? Like God is leading me. God is, and so it's almost like I think Peter says this, or he says, "Follow me as I follow Christ." It might have been Paul. He's like, "Follow me as I follow Christ," and so we're on this journey together, right? We're not just the blind leading the blind, right? I'm not being arrogant and thinking I know everything and I got the path down. I know the way, but actually I'm humbled and looking to my King as well. All right, so let's move on. Verse 41. Why do you look at the speck of some? This is all blurry now. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, when you yourself fail to see the plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. And I think that is so powerful, guys. I think it's so good. And it's kind of what we were alluding to earlier about this humility. And how we have to come to this place as humble servants of Christ, right? There's all of us are in this process of sanctification, and we have to humble ourselves and realize that we're fallen too, right? That there's issues that we have to still deal with. The church should be the place where people are the most vulnerable. But as we've seen and as we've grown up, it seems like the place where the people are the most guarded, because they have this persona, like I have to look perfect, I have to be perfect, or people are going to judge me, right? And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't, like guys, I should be able to come bear my ugly. Like, guys, I'm struggling with this thing, right? And so that people, my brothers and sisters, right? Iron sharpening iron. My brothers and sisters can help get that thing out of me, right? Like get that log out of my eye, because sometimes I don't even have the strength to do it on my own. But we've created ourselves on these islands of perfection. So nobody, we try to hide the log, right? We putting dressings over it and like, oh no, this is just part of my outfit, and really we should uncover that thing and say, man, like I need help getting this out, right? I'm trying to save my eye. I want to be able to see through this thing. And so there's this humility that has to take place. There's this humility that should come and follow the life of a believer, and so let's work on that. Let's truly get the speck out of our eye, so that we can then in turn help someone else get the speck out of their eye, the plank out of our eye. You know. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Anyways, I hope this is an encouragement to you. Please continue to read this chapter. Read ahead. It's some good stuff. Jesus, if Jesus is giving the sermon, it's going to be fire, bro. So I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. We're going to be right back here live at 9 for some prayer with my pops. He's going to be live. He's going to be able to see the comments, so make sure you're doing those comments. But I love you guys. Let Jesus be seen in you today. Let's walk in humility. and let's be intentional about loving the ones next to us and the ones in front of us. All right, love you guys. Peace.